Well, registration is underway now for the 2025 Education to Employment Summit coming up in Kingsport. The one-day event brings together regional business and industry leaders to improve the region's workforce by working with local school leaders. Here with more now on this year's event, Clay Walker, CEO of Network Sullivan Partnership, and Lottie Ryans with the First Tennessee Development District. And it's great to have both of you with us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I know, Lottie, getting ready for this important event, I can't believe it's in its 8th year, but so successful every year on bringing everybody kind of to the table for that conversation.
We think so, and part of it has been the partnership and leadership that we have from folks like Clay in economic development, our chamber leaders. Everybody's coming together to make this conversation happen.
And so, Clay, when we talk about economic development, how important is it to have something like this for the success of economic development in your counties?
There are a lot of moving parts in economic development, but you can really break them down to two basic parts, and that's having buildings and land for people to do business and workforce to get the product out. And so it's really a differentiated advantage for us, all the great workforce development programs that are here. And Lottie for many years has done a great job of corralling them into this conference, and I learn something every time we do this.
And you said you can't have one without the other. If you have the buildings and the land and the infrastructure, that's one thing, but you've got to have that workforce as well.
You have to have it, and you have to have close working relationships with your workforce development partners, and we have many vehicles to do that. And the ED Summit has become a highlight of the year for celebrating that partnership and what our great people in our industries as well as our schools are doing to keep building a strong workforce.
And of course, that's one of the components. You're bringing together several different leaders, right?
We are. So we have K-12 and post-secondary and government and business and industry. So it takes everybody working together to be able to make a successful event, but more importantly, a successful pipeline for people to go to work and have great jobs and a great community.
How is the day structured, Lottie?
So we have panels, and we will have presentations and some interaction from the different tables, table topic sorts of things. We will have high school and college people there to share some of their programming. And then we also have our culinary students providing the food, which is always a highlight.
It is, and it's amazing too, the changes that have happened in that education and the high school level, how trained they can become in some of these industries.
It is. Sometimes we say that this summit is about beginning the conversation. When we started in 2018 and we're trying to get businesses to bring high school students, for example, into their workplace, there was not a lot of interest. There was a lot of fear. And look, now we're highlighting and bringing in programs to show how successful it is. But you have to start the conversation somewhere, and it is amazing to see how our students can walk away through dual enrollment and work-based learning and be really prepared when they start work.
And that's the key, being so prepared. Are you seeing the difference that something like this is making when it comes to workforce development and being able to lure these companies?
It is a big piece of workforce development, and what it's also done is bringing the industry and the educators in. They've created their own networks and their own contacts, just being there all day.
Yeah.
And some of it's industry to industry. We think they all know each other, but they're running their companies, and they don't have a vehicle to get to know each other. And this is one of those that does bring them together, and it's just creating a culture, creating an ecosystem for business success, and the reason we do this for our students and for our citizens to have success within those companies.
Yeah, so valuable. And now's the time to register.
Yes, you can go on the First Tennessee Development District website and register there. It's just $25, and that's breakfast and lunch included.
Yeah, so it's a great deal.
It's a great bargain.
And great information.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Like you said, making those connections. We're going to give everybody some information. Again, this event is coming up August the 27th. It's a one-day event, happens there at Meadowview Convention Center. To register and learn more, you can go to the First Tennessee Development District website. That is right there on your screen. It is the ftdd.org.